And so I want to share with you a personal story about this. Baruch Hashem, we just had an incredible Simcha on Rosh Chodesh, Kislev. Our son Meir just had a baby boy, so we had another grandson. And at the Shalom Zachar, Rabbi Schwartz, a dear friend of ours, was speaking to my son, giving a bracha to him and his wife and to the new baby. And it just dawned on me, like he was speaking about Meir's great-grandparents, my grandparents. Sometimes when we have things in our own personal lives, we forget to draw strength from them. We're always inspired by like the next person's incredible, that's just human nature. And I'm so grateful for him that he brought this back. And he was sharing how my grandparents, and I want to share this story with you, were married for 19 years. My grandparents, Alav Shalom, had such emunah. And often I think, how am I able to overcome a challenge I have personally? And it's in my DNA. It's in all of our DNAs. Each of us has a different story. We just have to look back and see what it is so we can be strengthened. And so my grandparents were married for 19 years, and they never gave up hope. Can you imagine? 19 years. They didn't sit home and wallow in their despair. They didn't just say, I can't be involved. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to be part of this community. Everyone's having children. Everyone's busy. Do you know what my grandmother did? She went into the schools where all the children were. She went and she played piano at every graduation. She put herself in the nurseries. She went to the yeshiva, to Ner Yisroel, and she worked as the secretary. She surrounded herself by all of the children and never wavered in her belief and never gave up. And after so many years, 18 years of being married, they were finally zocha. My grandmother got pregnant. She carried a full-term pregnancy. And 9 months later, she went to give birth in the hospital. And the doctor or the nurse gave her the wrong medicine. And the baby's heart rate stopped. And the fetus was not alive anymore. The test, the emunah that they were able to show and display after so many years of not having children, to have a baby and to say, Hashem, this too is for the good. We're supposed to bless Hashem, not just in the good, but also in the bad. After so many years of believing and davening and waiting and being happy with what they had this tremendous nisayon, but they passed it. They went and they just got back up, thanked Hashem, and then, thank God, Hashem blessed them with my mother. They had 2 beautiful children and so many grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and that are following in the ways of the Torah. But I share that with you because it's often that we think, oh wow, we look to someone else. We look to some heroic figure. We read some amazing book, and we should. But sometimes we need to just stop, look into our own lives, look into our children's grandparents, our grandparents. We can draw strength and emunah from our own personal lives. And you know what? I'm saying this again. It gets passed down in our DNA. It's in us. We just have to, like that Holocaust survivor told us, polish off the challenge, polish off the darkness, see that light,